Welcome
Alright,
back. Welcome back to the Jahcast, everyone. This is episode I think 12. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with 12 or 13, whichever one it is. Uh, yeah, it's just like the boy isn't here.
me.
Yeah, it's just you, I guess. Uh, but the
It's me
favorite
and you.
yeah, it's me and you. The favorite LGBTQ plus representation is not here, sadly. Uh,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. He was gonna talk about Ukraine, but I guess not. He decided to
No more
sleep.
Ukraine discussion.
He's just dead. Like, I don't know what happened to him. Uh, it's been a while since me and you last did a cast. It was the Evangelion podcast episode thing
Back in the day.
back in the day. Yeah, about like 6 months ago, 6 7 months ago. God, this shit is wild.
That's back in the day.
Yeah, I literally didn't upload for like half a year. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah, I
start.
noticed that. I was sobbing.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna start this
I've
new
been waiting.
series. I'm gonna start this new series with the DC EU shit. Uh, I still have all the notes and stuff, but I probably have to rewatch it, which makes me want to kill myself because, like, God,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
uh,
That's like a loss.
it is because, like, bro, I don't want to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League again. That shit is like 4 hours long. God, that's gonna make me want to die.
Yeah.
And the Suicide Squad as well. Not the new one, but the old one. The new one's heat. Uh,
I
yeah,
forgot they came out with another one.
it's actually good. Like surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, because it's
The only
James.
thing
It's
I've seen
James
about it
Gunn.
is John Cena, and that makes me giggle.
Yeah, I mean it's because it's James Gunn. He's a lot more of a fit for that kind of movie because that's his humor.
He's a Would you call him a better uh what's it called? Director or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's just his comedy style fits it more. His comedy plays with like gross shit more. So like I don't know.
That's fire.
Yeah, he plays with like
Does
death.
my Does my mic sound good right now? Sorry, I didn't get this done beforehand, but I currently there is a problem with my computer, so I
Mm-hmm.
can't be on it, which is why I've taken a bit of a hiatus. So I can't be
Sadly.
on that one, and I want to.
Mm.
So does is this sound fine? Am I good?
I mean, it's about as good as like James is usually is, I guess. Like, it's all
That
right.
works for me
Yeah,
then.
it's fine.
That works
Oh,
for me
wait,
then.
speaking of mics, hold up. Let me do something real quick. Where's the fucking thing? Where's the thing? I'm gonna switch to the better mic real quick. Hold up.
Oh shit. The better mic coming in. Let's fucking go, dude.
I have to find which one it is. I think it's this one. Hello. Hello.
Dude, it is better. Holy shit. It feels like you're in the room with me.
I literally recorded like a just a sound clip of me screaming about how I would fuck Roxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know.
That's fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, shit. Who wouldn't? To be honest, like,
I
goddamn.
mean, shit, you got me acting a fool. I ain't gonna lie.
I also made another video while driving today. It's pretty good. Talk about how
Oh, fuck yeah.
I tell you how to get bitches. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, people always tell me to get bitches. Bro, how? How do you get bitches? How?
Dude, you gotta let them know. You gotta let the people know. Otherwise,
No maidens.
secrets.
Absolutely no maidens.
Bipartisan, no maidens. Dear heavens.
That segues into Elden Ring, I guess, pretty well. Because like immediately when you get in the game, you just get called Maidenless, which is always nice. And then you get a
Alright,
maiden. It is quite funny for the honestly good for the people who have never felt the touch of a woman. Uh, Good on them. They're
dude,
finally getting it.
good on me, I think you mean to say. I've never felt the touch of anyone.
Damn, that's
I
crazy.
live in you know one of those big bubble things?
Oh,
That
you're a bubble boy. Damn.
they call me the bubble goober. That's what they call me. I walk around town and they yell that at me.
You should just start like gooning. You should start gooning at him.
The bubble goober. Holy shit. That's scary. Now that's a title and a half.
That would literally be the best horror movie. I feel. You gotta run away from the
It
bubble
would
gooner.
just be the dirty bubble. It would just be the dirty bubble.
The dirty bubble, but he's just gooning every 5 seconds. That'd be heat.
A little bit of gooning.
Yeah, no, but Elden Ring is absolutely great. I mean, I'm someone who has not played a From Software game since like the second Souls game, which I'm told is the worst one. In which, by the way, I was like, that was like 2014, I think. So I was a young little bitch.
Back in the day.
So I rage quit that shit and never played it again because it was too hard. But now I'm back with my big boy pants and I'm absolutely getting my ass blasted. I suck ass at the game. But it is so fun to just go around and explore. Like, I have found some weird ass creatures. There are so many different creatures in this game. And I love it.
Okay.
Bosses are golden.
I personally haven't been able to play it yet. I am so excited to play it. I've seen the game pretty much fully.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Critical is released about like 10 videos on it already. So that's like where most of my knowledge about it comes from.
Yeah.
That and also just spoiling shit that I've seen online. Yeah. And dude, the Berserk references in it is crazy.
That's so cool.
I love
literally just a character that's just guts but happier.
and also weaker for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I mean, you can get the guts, you can get the sword, you can get the fucking sword.
You can get the sword, dude. The Dragon Slayer.
That's actually so awesome. And the bosses are so fucking cool. Like good God, there's just one dude who has like a shit ton of hands. And when you get to his second stage, he like rips his arm off and replaces it with like a dragon head and starts shooting fire at you. Like, shit is wild.
That's cool as fuck.
I know.
That's metal.
That's metal. It is. It's fucking metal. I've been warned to never go near the lobsters. I've heard that's like a fucking big mistake to make. Do not go there. I also know that if you go into like the swamp area near the beginning, there's like a giant dragon that comes and beats your ass. So yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, there's just a ton of like mini bosses everywhere. And I'm just getting my ass handed to me. I suck at the game, but I'm getting better. I will eventually get a boss.
A lot of what I've seen with a lot of games recently, that was a big part specifically, and it's more of like a industry thing that I see that we're going towards. But every enemy is like unique in its own way.
Yeah.
Like it has the like repeat fucking all night with the little fight, you know what I mean? But every single one of them is put in a room or in a position to where they are their own enemy.
Yeah.
And it's fucking crazy. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The game design and the fucking art that was a part of it is just beautiful. It's a crazy game.
Dude, the map is unbelievably big. Like, you don't really get the feel of it until you play the game, but good fucking God, it is massive. I genuinely, this is probably the best open world game I've ever played. It is very good. I love it.
Have you, just out of curiosity, have you played Breath of the Wild?
No, but I have heard really good shit about that.
The map in that is so fucking big, like way too big.
Yeah.
And for a game like Breath of the Wild where it's super simplistic, that's like, it gets fucking boring. But with what's it called, Elden Ring, does that ever drag on? Like, is the constant scenery enough to keep you entertained through the reversing?
I've never felt bored in the game. I felt frustrated because like some of the enemies are hard, but I've never felt bored because there's always something there. Like, you never go too far without encountering like an enemy or like finding like an old abandoned castle or some shit. And it's fucking cool. And it also helps that everything's kind of like everything like far away is kind of shrouded in like a mist, so you can't exactly like see everything. It doesn't feel as empty, I guess, as most open world games do.
Right.
Which is always great. And, you know, like I said, the enemies are just fucking good. So, like, you can just run past them or you can fight them like a real man. Yeah. Honestly, learning to fight on horseback was tough, but I did it. I'm pretty alright at it now, which is pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
Dual wielding, always epic.
from what I've seen with the open world and the stuff like that and the interactions, it's like they're trying to do, or not even trying, it's like they did what Far Cry 6 was trying to do, but better. Like a lot better.
All I know about Far Cry 6 is it has that guy from Breaking Bad.
That's all you gotta know.
That's all I know.
That's all you gotta know. That's all you gotta know. That's the whole game. That was their whole marketing campaign, so that's gotta be the whole game.
That shit yeah, honestly, makes sense. I mean, I would market my entire game over him. Like, that guy's the GOAT. Like shit.
For real, I mean, he was in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's in Breaking Bad. He can't be bad. Like, goddamn. I mean, take into mind that like Hank from Breaking Bad is now in like a sitcom about like a person from Afghanistan. It's like he was like a translator in Afghanistan. And he just comes to America and he's like, "Oh, America, weird." Like, it's kind of racist, to be honest.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's called the United States of Al. It's so fucking funny. It's so shit.
Everybody loves Raymond.
It's actually so racist. Like, it's surprisingly racist. And Hank from Breaking Bad plays like a racist older man. It's kind of like accepting of him. I don't know. It's kind of funny.
I'm gonna look into that now. I just got that's like a need. That's something I've been missing in my life, and I just didn't know it till now.
Yeah, because I remember like they made it to where Al's like he was trying to apologize to like the I think the daughter or something. And she was like, "Come in," and he just stood out there. And she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I can't enter a woman's room." It's like, yo, and he got on her case about wearing shorts because they weren't allowed to do that in this country.
Yo, I was literally about to say, I would love to see a scene where he just presses her for showing her ankles or some shit.
Yeah,
That's so
literally
good.
happens.
That's so good.
That's what he was apologizing for. And then she teaches him that like it's wrong and shit. And it's so good.
I would love to see that evolve into some sort of like A plot, B plot, Family Guy type thing. Not even like because I don't really like Family Guy.
Yeah, no, it's shit
on its own.
Shit.
But I think the A plot B plot thing has a lot of potential, like how Smiling Friends used it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I would love to see that kind of shit evolve in a comedic way into that A plot B plot, because that could be fucking crazy. That would be insane. I would love to watch.
Yeah,
that. What's it called? You know what it's called?
The United States of Al.
All right, yeah, I bet I'm writing that down. That's on next on my list.
Oh god, its biggest downfall is that it's a sitcom and has a laugh track. That's the only negative I have.
Wonder if people upload it without laugh track. That would be crazy. Some Big Bang Theory type.
The Big Bang Theory without a laugh track would be like literally psychotic. Motherfucker would just say he would just say bazinga and it would be silent for like 10 seconds.
It's fucking terrifying. Imagine being in the being a method actor and having to get into the mindset of fucking Sheldon Cooper. I think I'd kill myself.
The kid who has to play young Sheldon, bro. Poor child.
That's gotta be damaging. That's gotta be. There's no way.
He's literally they're literally grooming him to grow up to be Sheldon. He's no longer a child. He's Sheldon now.
Dude, he's gonna end up like fucking. What's the villain from Despicable Me? The dude who Brat, whatever.
Yeah, the Brat guy. Yeah, that's gonna be like that. Imagine if you got transported into the world of the Big Bang Theory though, and you were just hanging out with them, and you just hear Sheldon randomly say "bazinga." Like what the fuck do you do?
I think I'd kick his ass. I don't think I would let him get away with that. I think that's something I would take that as an insult.
Oh, the only thing about I almost said Breaking Bad. Imagine if Sheldon in Breaking Bad, please. I beg you.
Dude, they did. They renamed him to Walter White.
That's
Trust
true.
me, bro. Just watch it.
Good God. Dude, fucking yeah, no, but like God, no, the one thing about the Big Bang Theory that I can say is pretty heat is the opening song. Shit
Dude, that is he.
smacks.
I heard like a version of it recently, and I don't know if it was because like it was from another country or something to avoid
Uh-huh.
copyright. But the voices sounded different, but the backing track sounded the same.
Mhm.
Like, have they changed their shit at all?
I don't
Or
think so. I have no idea.
that absurd? Maybe I'm just schizophrenic.
Probably. Uh,
That would not
Dude,
be
shit.
surprised.
Speaking of like music and shit, I was like looking at Beyblade, right? The metal series
Oh,
has such a good soundtrack. Like I'm not even kidding. Has such a good soundtrack. Uh, like I genuinely do not know how a child's anime got a soundtrack that goes that fucking hard. Like, like god
I
damn.
mean, dude, the Pokemon soundtrack went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
guess
I
I
mean,
didn't
like
really
some of
start as a
the,
kid
I mean, the
singing.
opening was goated for Pokemon, but some of the actual songs in the anime, not the games always smack, but some of the songs in the anime were just kind of forgettable. But with Beyblade, like that shit made the show. Like, like some of the action scenes, they would just start playing this fucking wild guitar riff, and you just knew shit was about to go down. Like,
That's cool as fuck.
yeah, and then they would just
Is
have
it the
this
same?
orchestral shit as well.
That's crazy. Is it the same in fucking dubbed as it is in subbed, or did they
Yeah,
remake the music for a different audience?
I think it's the same. By the way, always watch the dub version of Beyblade. It is so fucking funny. Like the main character sounds like a surfer dude. Like he sounds high as fuck half the time.
Dude, I don't know if I can trust your opinion on that, mainly because I tried watching Yu-Gi-Oh in fucking dubbed, and that shit was that I could not sit through. That was it was absurd to the point of being past funny. Like
No, no, no.
it was funny, and then I was like, God damn, like these do this.
No, no, no. Just Beyblade dub is like actually a hood classic. Like I've seen it sub and it's all right, but the dub makes it so much more funny because of some of the lines they have. Like, shit, fuck. There was like one. There's this one dude called Benkei. He's like a fucking large fella. And this
Awesome.
motherfucker
Already loving
literally
him.
he trips a literal like fucking 10-year-old, I think, takes his Beyblade and he's like, if you don't tell Jinga to come to the top of the Bay Tower to face Kyoya in 2 hours, you can say bye bye to your Bey. And I was crying.
That's so fucking fire. That's actually, dude. Imagine being a 10-year-old, getting your fucking ass kicked, getting your Beyblade stolen, and then getting told that. I think I'd
Yeah.
go insane.
Yeah.
I think I would go insane. That's hard as
Dude,
fuck.
there is
That
like,
hard as fuck.
oh my god, no, it gets cooler. Like the main villain Ryuga is actually the goat. Like I love him. He is so fucking cool.
Wait, who's the main villain?
Ryuga. He's got El
I thought you
Drago.
said. I'm gonna be real. I've never watched anything
Oh,
in Beyblade.
you should. It is
I
so good.
collected them when I was a
Oh my
kid,
God,
but I never
same.
watched it.
Oh my god, those shits were so fun. But like, yeah, no, like the second series, Metal Masters, is like a world tournament, right? And it has this wild arc for one of the new characters where he used to live in America or something, and the Team USA is like the main villain of the series, which is kind of heat to be honest.
That is cool as fuck.
Yeah, and fucking, I'm trying to think here. Like, so the main one of the new characters on like the Japan team used to live in America, and he has like these two friends there. One of them is on Team USA, and the other one has like cancer or something. And the one on Team USA only joined it because the I guess like coach or something of Team USA was like, if you join our team, I will save your friend. Because he's like the owner of some
He just
high
has
tech
the cure to
megacorp.
cancer.
He's like Elon Musk. He's like an owner of some high tech megacorp, and he has them build him like these like cure, but he's actually just turning him into like the ultimate weapon. This is
That's
like,
fucking awesome.
they literally
Actually-
make no. They make a fortress. It's a giant Beyblade, and it has a fucking power core. It uses like a Beyblade as a power core, and it's infinite spin energy, and it's so fucking powerful that to save everyone, Jinga has to, like, the main character Jinga has to, like, absorb all the energy and launch his bay into space, because if it blows up on Earth, it would literally annihilate the entire planet. Like, that is
cool
the ending. It is insane. And then in the fucking final series, Metal Fury, they have like these star fragments that give the bays like upgraded abilities and shit. And the main villain in that is literally just gonna create the black sun that's gonna like take over, like just gonna annihilate the fucking planet or some shit. And motherfucking main character at the end of the fucking episode, at the end of the series, just like he's like, everybody give me your blade or spirit. And so everyone lifts their Beyblade to the sky, and their fucking spirit goes like into his bay, and he fucking beats him. Shit was nuts.
Was that before or after the Dragon
It was
Ball?
definitely after, but still, this shit's heat.
That's cool as fuck. It sounds like it takes a lot of Beyblade specifically takes a lot of inspiration from older shit.
Yeah,
I know I said Dragon Ball, like that's not crazy old, but at the time I guess it would be.
Yeah,
and the story of Akira, and that's fucking old.
Yeah.
It's just I like it. I can imagine why that got super popular. Back in the day. You know what I mean?
Man, Beyblade is like the first anime that I watched all the way through as it was airing. It's really good. I've watched the whole series like about 8 times now, and it's like 200 episodes long. So I am a pretty much like the god of it. Like I used to have
You're a Beyblader?
I am a Beyblader. Oh yeah, by
That's
the way,
awesome.
The announcer in the Beyblade battles for the American dub is just like, he sounds so fucking like, he sounds like a fucking skateboard dude.
That's awesome.
His name is Blader DJ, and his voice actor in the Japanese dub is the same voice actor who voices Sasuke and like Shiro from Fate. Like that is fucking hilarious to me.
That would throw me off so hard.
You know what's fucking funny though? So there's like an announcer for each country in Metal Masters, and the American one wears like a stars and stripes hat, and he just says random shit like mom's home cooking, or like hot dogs and apple pie. That was a banging blast.
That's fucking awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
That's exactly how all Americans speak. I can confirm I've been there.
Yeah, I fucking love that. Dude, oh my god, Metal Master has such baller villains. Like there was this dude called Damien on Team America. He had like he had like this manufactured Beyblade called Hades Kerbex, which I have, by the way. To set him up, this is such a god tier setup for him. First of all, he bodies 2 of the Japan team members just for practice. He just murks them. Second of all, his first actual challenge, like his first battle in the World Championship, is against Team Excalibur, which is like the EU team, and this team was like super difficult for, the Japan team to beat. So they like, everybody knows like they're OP as shit, right?
EU superiority.
And they got stronger. But then Damien comes in because like the leader of Team Excalibur has like a bay that rotates left and right. So he's like, let's do 2 battles. Because I want to battle both rotations or whatever. And so this motherfucker just stands there and lets himself get hit, and he's like, that did nothing to me. And then he fucking rocks his shit. And then whenever he uses the left rotation, he basically, Hades Kerbex just withstands the ultimate attack. And Julian's like, regroup. And he's like, what are you gonna fucking do? I just withstood your ultimate attack. Like, that's the height of your power. You can't do anything against me. And he just starts fucking mentally breaking him. He's like, God, you're so fucking weak. And then, like, Team Excalibur's other teammates come in and they get disqualified, but they're, like, all trying to battle him at once. And they use, like, their ultimate triple attack or whatever the fuck. And this motherfucker's just like, I'm gonna invite you into hell. And he like opens the gate of Hades or some shit. And Cerberus just grabs them and fucking kills their Beyblades.
Damn, that's like some Sigma male. Yeah. That's like in the Sigma male rulebook.
No. That's not even it. That's not even it. Because after he defeats all 3 of them at once, everybody's shocked. and the Julian, who's like the leader of Excalibur, is just like almost crying, and he's like, "What? Say it loud and clear. You're weak." And then the guy says, "I'm weak," and he falls to his knees, and he's just like this close up, and his eyes are all fucked up. It's so fucking that shit haunted me as a child, dude.
I mean, damn, that would haunt me too. Shit, you just watch the emotional fucking. Some dude went in there into this man's brain with a scalpel and a fork and just started digging, bro. That's crazy.
Oh god, I fucking love it. And then like there was also like a Jamaican team or a Brazilian team, I mean. And you know, they were literally scammers. They were literally scammers.
That is such a product of the time it's made. Holy shit.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking funny though.
That is
I should probably talk about the Batman real quick. The fucking Batman is heat. It's 3 hours long, but it really didn't feel like that. It's a lot different than than pretty much every other Batman movie. You know, because it's just a pure detective movie, murder mystery type spiel, and it's really fucking good. Like Robert Pattinson is Batman for pretty much the whole movie. He has maybe like 4 or 5 scenes where he's Bruce Wayne, which I think is good. Heat. That is heat. The opening scene is just like, it's literally just like showing all the crime going on in Gotham, and like Batman is just explaining how it's like, I can't be everywhere at once, but like the bat signal is like this fucking beacon. It's like, I'm out there, so you better watch your back, motherfucker. And he just like comes out of the shadows. You can like hear his footsteps. He just emerges from the shadows and starts beating the shit out of criminals. Like that is such a fucking hard ass opening scene. Like that shit goes crazy. And then there's like this chase scene as well. There's a chase scene that's so fucking good as well. Oh.
I personally have never seen that. Well, you already know this. I'm just exposition, I guess. But I have never seen this movie. And I'm just curious because I was seeing a lot of the trailers how they were framing both Batman and Riddler, and I saw how they were framing them as like almost horror movie characters. Yeah. And I was wondering if that translated over into the film at all. Like if they had horror movie stings or like tropes that you would see then in the actual movie.
Actually, fucking Riddler literally does like a fucking jigsaw trap in the middle of the movie. Like it is cool nuts. Like this movie is PG-13, but it is insane to me that it is, because there is some shit that is fucking wild. Like,
did they get the one fuck off a movie? One where they can say the one fuck they can say per movie off. Did they do it?
I do not remember. They probably did.
I mean, you gotta do it. If you get one fuck, you gotta say one.
But like,
fuck.
No, but like Riddler literally did like a jigsaw trap. Like he made he trapped this fucking cop's head in a cage, and there was like rats in it. And there was like a maze that they had to solve, and they just ate his face. I think that's what they said. Fuck? Shit was nuts. Like Riddler went absolutely insane, and he gave the Batman like these like Hallmark cards with like riddles in them. This shit was so fucking cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I really liked how they hearing it from you, and also seeing how they did it in the trailers, comparing it back to the last time that the Riddler was seen on screen.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, literally fucking Jim Carrey in a bright orange wig.
Yeah.
Bright green tights, fucking dancing around with question marks all over his body, compared to this fucking Jigsaw guy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I love it, because like the Riddler's kind of like a mix between, you know, like Jigsaw and the Zodiac Killer, which is hard as fuck. I love that. This shit is so fucking cool. And motherfucker is so good. Paul Dano is such a fucking good actor. Like, good lord. He's a menace. I never thought they would be able to make the Riddler, like, actually a menace, but they did it. So, props.
That's fucking awesome.
I know.
The framing that I see, or that I've seen, because I've seen, like, pretty much every other Batman movie that exists.
Yeah.
And they never quite get, like, Batman, like, Batman is such a complex character, like, in his psychology, and they never have gotten him, like, perfect. He's always been justice. And that's it, like throughout the whole movie. Like, it's never like it never goes into how he does it. He just kind of does it, and then we see the result. And it sounds like in that movie they kind of went through it and showed you, and that's what people wanted to see this whole fucking time.
Yeah, no, the movie is literally like he's like actually does detective work. Like he digs through old files, he infiltrates buildings and shit. Like he actually does some like fucking really cool shit. And Batman's arc is incredible. Like he starts off, he's like, I'm vengeance and shit, because he's just like trying to beat fear into like the criminals of Gotham, but it's not working. Like in the beginning of the movie, he's like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is there even a point? Crime has gone up. And then like through the movie, he kind of learns that he has to be more of like a symbol of hope for the people, because that's what like Gotham needs and shit, instead of just being vengeance, which is I think is a goated arc. It's handled really fucking well too. I
mean, nice. That's pretty much everything he goes through in the comics too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how movies have just portrayed this dark and deep side to Batman instead of the actual, like, he is still a hero at the end of the day.
Like he learns to be a hero by the end, which is fucking sick. Because, like, in the beginning of the movie, everyone's afraid of him. Like every single person is just afraid of this guy. Because they don't know what he's going to do. So I do really like his fucking character arc in the movie. It's quite good. And, like, the fact that, like, the Riddler knows who he is, too, is awesome. The Riddler just goes crazy.
How... This may get into spoiler territory, but I've been... Because the Telltale Batman series where they had the Riddler. And that was also where the Riddler knew Batman's secret identity from pretty much the beginning. So I was wondering if... I don't know if you have seen the Telltale thing, but just in general, how did he find out, I guess, is what I'm asking. Like, that is...
Alright, yeah. So this is, like, spoilers. Alright. So the best thing about this movie is it also doesn't, like... With Bruce Wayne's parents, it doesn't depict them as, like, perfect angels or whatever the fuck. Like, they're good people, but they have, like, kind of, like... They have their mistakes, I guess. And so... Basically, his father was, like, making this renewal plan for, like, poor people, and they was going to have, like, an orphanage. And the Riddler was one of the people that was kind of left at this orphanage. And after his father was murdered, right, the orphanage just went to shit, and the corrupt politicians in the city used the renewal project as something they could say that they were doing to, like, kind of boost their poll numbers and shit. So nobody really cared about it, and that orphanage went to shit, and that's why the Riddler is who he is. And I don't remember I'll probably need to see it again. I don't remember exactly how he figures it out, but I think it's just because he stalks him. Like this motherfucker stalks because he wants to get back at the Waynes, right? So that's probably why, because he literally like just stalks every one of his prey. So
that would, I mean, the way. Thinking about Batman in a sense of, like, realism, you could just follow that rich motherfucker home one day and find his big old cave and be like, damn, this is weird. I wonder why he has this. There's conveniently a bat guy going around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if that's the kind of realism they're going with in that type of universe, even if they're just kind of riffing on it by having only one person in the entire world do it, that's cool to me. I like that they've incorporated as, like, a realistic, I can see this happening type of scenario.
Yeah. Riddler is just fucking cool. Like, when he just, like, this is a spoiler, but, like, he just kind of, like, has this there's this one riddle where it's, like, bring the rat into the light and I'll reveal myself. And so they have to figure out who was, like, the informant to the police, I guess, in the Mafia. And it's the same person who killed Bruce Wayne's parents. And so, like, Bruce is, like Catwoman's trying to, like, kill him because, like, he also fucked with her mom and friend. But Batman's like, no, we shouldn't kill him. You know, killing's not poggers and shit. And so they're like, oh, this is the rat. We have to bring him out into the light. So they put him, they put him under a lamp. And he gets oh wait, no, before that, like the Penguin's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then he gets shot. Like the rat gets shot, and it's like the fucking Riddler in his apartment across from like the bar with like a sniper rifle. Like
That's
that shit
fucking
was
awesome.
he, and he just like runs away to like a little diner, and that's like the opening scene of the trailer where he gets caught. Uh,
Right.
and he's just like he's just looking at Batman. He's just smiling and shit. And then Batman goes to like talk to him at his cell and shit. That's a fucking good scene too, because like Riddler's just explaining why he did it, and he is like they really portray him being like crazy really well. Like he sounds
I
fucking
mean,
insane. Like
I would hearing this, I would love to see a take on like an even crazier villain that he has. Like even like the Penguin, like to
yeah,
think about how he is so insane to the point where he physically kind of deforms
yeah.
himself. Like he literally fucking cuts off his fingers and shit to make himself look more like a penguin.
Dude, the
I would
penguin's
love to
cool.
see that kind of fucking insanity portrayed well.
The penguin was so fucking funny. Like I fucking love Colin Farrell's performance as the penguin. He was just doing that like Sopranos type fucking acting job. That shit was so fucking funny. Like it's just like a fucking like he was literally just the stereotypical like he was doing the stereotypical mob accent type beat. That shit was so fucking funny.
That's really funny. I mean, I guess that is
Like
more accurate to what he would sound
no,
like.
like Batman was literally showing him like pictures of a murder scene. He's like, "Whoa, don't show me that."
Whoa, fella. Fucking talking like, what's his name? It don't matter. Some old ass. Yeah. Some
Tony
old ass shit,
Soprano, bro.
Yeah, literally. Some fucking Jersey Shore type beat.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Joker, but portrayed as like a Jersey Shore member.
Oh yeah, the
That'd be
Joker
awesome.
gets revealed, kind of like whenever the Riddler, after his like master plan is foiled or whatever, he's like freaking out in his cell, and then you just hear someone like laughing and saying like Gotham knows the comebacks, and you know he's just laughing. And it's kind of implied that it's the Joker, or whatever.
Well, I mean, if it would be to.
Yeah.
If there was manic laughter
Yeah.
and it is a Batman movie, I think you
Yeah.
could tie those together pretty
But
well.
I don't think he's gonna be in the next one. I think he's gonna be in the third one. That's what like Matt Reeves said, I guess, which is cool. I like that.
I
I
wonder
like
if it's
that
gonna
they.
be like a.
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like
Sorry,
that
go
they. I like that they announced the Joker in the universe in the first movie and not in the second movie if they're gonna put him in the third one, because it kind of like sets him up, I guess, which is interesting in my opinion. Like I
I
actually
mean,
kind of
that's
fuck
how
with that.
Infinity War did it
Yeah, that's just kind of hard
with
to be
Thanos.
honest. That's true. But instead of a post-credit scene or mid-credit scene, that shit was like literally in the movie.
Yeah, literally, it was actually a part of the story and not some bullshit fucking Disney writer being like, let's just throw it in there. They'll like that.
They'll go crazy for this one, trust me.
I know what the marketing team loves.
Oh yeah, my favorite part about the Riddler too is that he has like a YouTube following kind of like
No, really? That's
okay,
fucking
no,
awesome.
he's like on like he's like on a dark web, like that's where his main shit is, right? And it's like encrypted to get in there, and he has 500 followers on there, which is insane. And he's like, guys, tomorrow's the big plan, because his plan was to like blow up the seawall of Gotham and flood the city during like the whenever the new mayor won the election, and everyone was gonna go to like the garden or whatever, which is like the stadium in the center of the city or whatever,
Right.
because it's a safe place. And he was basically like, guys, make sure to like. He basically told all his followers to go there dressed up as him and have like fucking sniper rifles and shoot people, which is
Holy
insane. And they actually do it, and Batman has to like go and beat their ass and shit. And then he has to save people. He has to save people from like flooding as well. By the way, Batman gets his ass like he gets shot. He gets like almost knocked out, and then like Catwoman's like about to get killed, so he like grabs like a fucking shot of adrenaline and just injects that shit into his leg, and he gets up and he just
Ooh.
beats the shit out of him.
That could be a cool setup for Bane.
Yeah, and then like yeah, he has to save a bunch of people from drowning, and it's like this really dope ass scene where he's just leading people with like a flare, and like they're all following him behind him and shit to safety. It's so good.
That's a dope.
It is so fucking good. I love this movie. I'll definitely see it again because there's a lot to unpack with it.
Shit, I need to see it a first time.
That's true. That's true. Uh, shit, I'm honestly excited for this. Cause like I mean, it's been a while. Like I fucking hated the DCEU Batman. Like I did not
Dude,
fuck with that.
I didn't watch a single fucking Ben Affleck movie.
Yeah.
I could not give less of a fuck about that Batman character.
Yeah.
I had no interest in his story
He's
whatsoever.
He's shit. Bro, I love people saying like this would be better, and then posting a picture of like Ben Affleck.
Has that been happening a lot?
Oh no, yeah. Let me send you an image that I specifically have in my thing here. Hold up.
Well, what does Joe Rogan say? Can you pull that up, Jimmy? Can you pull that up? Whatever. Jeremy, some shit.
Yeah. I sent it to you. Yeah. Look at how shit the Photoshop job is. They like darkened the image so you couldn't tell how bad it was.
That's terrible. He's like 4 times the size of me.
Yeah.
Why is he so fucking
Ben Affleck.
big?
Ben
Look at his
Affleck.
chin.
No, Ben Affleck is
Yes.
like 20 years older than her too.
Dude, I love the love dynamic between this 40-year-old and this 17-year-old, bro. It's crazy.
No,
That's gotta
so
be
funny.
some shit somewhere. That's gotta be some fucking what's it called? Photoshop person, graphic designer somewhere just trolling people by posting fake posters like that just to see who actually watched it.
Yeah, that shit's so fucking funny. I fucking they're so cringe. I hate them so much. Robert Pattinson is so fucking good in this movie. I feel like people give him shit because he was in Twilight or whatever, but like he himself has said that he did not try in that role at all.
Wait, was he the sparkly vampire?
Yeah, he was
Sorry
Edward.
about that.
He was Edward. By the way, Twilight, it is shit, but it's kind of like funny shit. Especially the later movies, like they're fucking
Like the
ridiculous.
Rose
They're fucking
Like
ridiculous.
type funny, or
They're
like Shameless type funny.
They're so bad. They're like in the later movies, Bella and Edward have like a kid or whatever, and Jacob, who's the werewolf guy, imprints on the child. Like this motherfucker's like,
Whoa.
I want to marry that child when she's older. I'm like, bro, what?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? And
Back it up, man.
and he calls her Nessie or whatever the fuck, and like Bella's like, you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness monster.
That's fucking. She's more concerned about the Loch Ness monster.
I know.
Than him wanting to fuck her newborn child.
Baby. Yeah, that shit is so.
That's
funny.
ridiculous.
Oh god, those movies are so shit. But no, Robert Pattinson's actually like a goated actor. He's been in like a lot of indie films that have been really good. And like he's just giving strong performances.
Honest.
He's
He's
a fun character too. He's a very funny dude. He said he would do. He said he would make porn if the Batman flopped.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The Batman porn. Would he be able to keep the suit?
No, he didn't keep the suit.
I would, if swear to God, if I ever somehow like started acting and got like a superhero acting role, there's no way I would do it without a guarantee of being able to keep the suit.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
It's just wrong. I would feel dirty giving it back.
The suit is actually the suit. By the way, I just want to talk about that. The suit is so fucking cool. Like this is like
the bat looks different. What's up with the bat? It looks like mechanical, like he can detach it or some shit.
It's his Batarang. He doesn't really use it until like the end of the movie, but yeah, it's like a Batarang, I think.
Isn't that the first like Batman to use a Batarang since like the 50s?
I have no idea.
Batarang. Other than Ben Affleck, but we don't count him.
Yeah, I have no idea to be honest. But honestly, it's sick. I love the design. It's just fucking. It looks menacing.
Yeah, I like the shorter eared look. Instead of the fucking dude with the big ass ears walking around looking like an elf.
Yeah, no, I think this is like probably the coolest looking Batman It looks so fucking sick. I actually love it. And I like that they emphasize that he wears like black makeup under his eye, like under his eyes and shit when he puts on the mask. Because that's a thing that's like been a thing in every Batman movie. Like you can tell they wear black makeup, but they just never show it, right? Like they never show them
Yeah.
with just the black makeup. But like whenever Pattinson takes off his mask, you can see that shit. And I like that. It's just small things like that that I really enjoy. Uh,
I don't know why this was super well portrayed in the Batman like games, like the Arkham games.
yeah.
I don't know why they've never used like not even ever even tried to use like the full white eyes. I just want to see
Yeah.
it because it would look fucking scary.
Well, they did do it in Batman v Superman when he had that
Well,
fucking mech suit.
that's different. He's in a fucking big ass like
Yeah.
what's that one game called? Titanfall 2 ass mech with the different
Yeah.
Batman suit with the white eyes. You know what I mean? It looks more
Yeah.
menacing.
I don't know.
But it's not as bulky.
See, like the problem with like the wide eyes, for me is like with Pattinson, like his eyes display so much emotion, and I feel like if it's just
Yeah.
white, you wouldn't get that. And it
Yeah,
is
I
more
definitely feel
important.
that.
It is very important for like the movies to do that. So I understand why they don't do it. Because you can't see the
I
eyebrows,
understand
and the
that.
eyebrows are like a big thing displaying emotion. You can't see those. You have to use like the eyes,
Right.
which is important.
I understand that. I definitely understand that aspect of like this needs to be a thing for.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like there are certain ways they could get around it.
Yeah.
I think there's like it would have to be a lot of weird creative. I don't know if it'd be necessarily worth it,
It would
but
have
it would
to
be still
be-
interesting to see.
It would have to be one of the more goofy Batman movies, I guess, where they just kind of like they
Yeah.
go crazy with it, which I'd
Go
like to
back
see.
in blue and white
Yeah.
Batman suit with the fucking James or was it Adam West or something?
Yeah.
The one with the Joker with the mustache.
Yeah. I want to go back to the fucking the Keaton one where he just has like a neck brace.
Yeah, that's fucking fire. I would love that. I would love to see something super gritty and fucked up, but with that kind of character design. That'd be crazy. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking wild.
That would be heat. That would actually be heat.
Yeah.
Good God.
I mean, it would be a weird dichotomy. But
Yeah.
the fucking now kids game, like kids areas, like have been getting popular in horror type shit. So maybe
Yeah.
it'll start appearing more just as a menacing look.
Yeah, no, I feel that. All right, but I would overall, for me, I would give the Batman like a 9 out of 10. I love that shit. That is like my kind of Batman movie. It's so unapologetically like emo. Like I love that.
I mean, that's what Batman has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it yourself, man. He wear eyeliner, you know? That's like classic. That's
Yeah.
fucking synonymous.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
like, no, he literally
if you
says
opened
to
up
Alfred,
Batman's-
one of his first lines to Alfred is like, "You're not my dad."
At least they're real with it. You
Yeah.
know? It's not a phase.
Yeah, no,
Alfred,
that's what
you
I
know,
like
that
because
type of
like
thing.
his Bruce Wayne isn't like a playboy. He's like only 2 years into being the Batman. His like Bruce Wayne is like he doesn't go out much, which I think is
Not the-
good because that's more accurate to like how I feel like billionaires are nowadays. Like he just doesn't go out much. Like he won't just see him
Yeah.
at your like local diner or some shit. Like
Yeah,
he only
yeah,
goes
yeah.
out. He only goes out to like the big events and shit. And I like that.
Right.
Like he's still like a depressed kid. Like he's young.
Even far in. I mean, how old is?
I don't know his
50.
actual. I don't know his actual age. I think they said his parents were killed in like 2001 or some shit, and I think the movie takes place in like 2021. I don't exactly know. It's like I think it's like 20 something. I want to say like early 20s, maybe late 20s.
Now that I know that it's that movie is set in a time frame where cell phones exist, are they utilized at all?
Yeah. Like there's this scene where the Riddler kidnaps the DA or whatever, and basically like ties a fucking bomb, like puts a bomb on his neck and ties a phone to his hand with duct tape and makes him like drive a fucking SUV through a funeral, like through a church during a funeral, and like Bruce Wayne is there. And he's
Holy
like,
shit.
and it's just like a phone call, right? And so like, Batman comes in and he presses answer on the phone, and it's the fucking Riddler on FaceTime, and he's telling like the DA guy, it's like, I'm giving you 3 riddles and you have a minute to solve each one. And the Batman helps him out, and the final one is for him to reveal who the rat is, and he's like, I can't do it, man, I can't fucking do it. And the Batman's like, fucking tell him, and he doesn't tell him in time, and so he just fucking explodes right in front of Batman.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that scene was
That's
so
crazy.
good. That scene was so fucking good. Batman beats the shit out of some cops too.
Of course. I like how that would branch off to where it wouldn't only like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been a theme in Batman that like the criminals aren't always off, like not
Yeah.
on the side of the law.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't portray themselves as that because like Two-Face was like a fucking governor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I like the fact that they would lean into it a little bit more and like show that how there is both sides to
Oh my god. The best part about this movie is just the setting, because they fucking hammer home the fact that Gotham is so fucked up. Like, it is bad. It feels literally hopeless. Like, I think this is the best Gotham depiction of Gotham, like, in any movie. Like, it is that good. Like, it just feels hopeless. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never really like out of everything I've seen, Gotham was always like people always talked shit about it in the movie. Like they would always like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the actual like, it would never show in its character, and
Yeah.
I'm glad they would look into that a lot more.
Yeah, no, and most of the scenes are at night too. Like pretty much almost every scene is at night, or like maybe like the fucking sunset or sunrise. Like that's
when all the cool shit happens.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much. Like it's like a literal, like it's a Batman movie. Like
yeah, it's a Batman movie. It's crazy that it took us that long to get it perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
like get it to the point it is.
And what I love about it the most is that every fucking scene follows Batman, except for maybe like 1 or 2 that follow Catwoman. But like almost every scene exclusively follows Batman, which is not something that you really see, because like a lot of movies go and cut to other characters, and shit, which is fine, I guess. But I just like that it pretty much like Batman is like always in every scene. I like that.
With fucking that kind of note, the Joker movie, I think really set a precedent for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it focused only on that villain character, right? And so that was a fucking huge movie, and I think Hollywood saw a lot of that and was like, maybe stop B plot characters and not B plot things.
Yeah, no, I think that DC has figured that, like, you know, they've kind of found this like critical success with their standalone, darker, more like realistic, grounded movies, instead of like the shitty, over the top, edgy DC EU movies. I mean, even those are getting better. Like, even the movies in the DCU are getting a little better. Like, the Suicide Squad was good. The Peacemaker's show is fucking pretty good.
I heard that was really good.
Yeah, Shazam was pretty alright. I'm pretty sure some of the new ones are gonna be pretty good. Like Black Adam looks alright. So at least they're crawling out. Like they're trying to get a little bit more fun than, the Zack Snyder movies.
Dude, the fucking a lot of like it felt like a dark age superhero shit after like 2006.
Yeah.
And it feels like, at least with this movie and like the success of, like I said before, the Joker movie, and like just that kind of thing, I think it'll bring a lot of the hey man, maybe this is worth actually taking seriously. Back into these types of movies.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, no, I think we should move on. We talked about the
Yeah,
Batman.
rambling
We
about.
talked about the Batman for like 30 minutes.
What were the other topics again? Well, sorry, I'm completely blanking for some reason.
All right, do you want to talk about yours first, the YouTube thing?
Oh, the YouTube thing?
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
I've just this is actually I don't know a lot about your other friend, and I don't know if they make a lot of YouTube content. So this was more of a
No,
question geared towards you.
they've been streaming a lot more. They've been streaming Elden Ring like every day.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Is it on Twitch?
Yeah, they don't speak.
What's
It's
it if you
just through the PS4, but yeah, they've been gaming.
still?
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
yeah. I'll link
Any
you
type
up.
of content being made.
I'll link you up. Yeah, I think
Fuck yeah.
have a YouTube channel now. I don't think they upload anything yet. I have a couple friends though that also do YouTube. So.
Well, this is, I guess, a good question for you then, because you seem to know quite a bit and know a lot of people to know quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like, for the YouTube stuff, what has your experience been since COVID started? Since that was a really in our like social life, like everyone's.
Yeah.
So like since COVID has been started, from that time period to now, what has your experience been with like YouTube and like algorithm, thumbnails, video personas, anything like that?
Yes.
Like how have you progressed?
Let me just start you off with a history of my channel, because I used to, before I actually started making like reviews and shit, I just had these random shit things that I would just record. Some of them were really fucking problematic. Let me just say that. Like, I'm talking bad. like I would be canceled.
Like it would be a riot.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be
I
pretty
used
bad.
to be the same way.
My first long running video was just me and my friend. This was back in like 2016, 2017, I think. 2017. So it was like that time with like kind of like the coattails of like the Filthy Frank, iDubbbz era type shit. So
just the edgy content.
Yeah, so like, I mean, we said the N-word. Trust me.
Right.
We said that shit hard too. It was just us walking around, and the opening was like my friend. Like, we were in his house, and I said, "Oh, bro, your mom's kind of like thick, bro." And he was like, "What the fuck? Get the fuck out of my house, you fucking!" And he just said like the N-word hard R, and he threw me out of his house.
Genius writing. Genius.
Yeah. So those were some of like the early videos. They were just kind of shit posts in a sense. I deleted all of them. One of them was literally just a clip of my friend saying the N-word, and I still have that clip. It's unlisted on my YouTube channel. I love it. It's so fucking funny. Whenever I made like a anime opening on one of the TVs, it was just a green screen, and I put that video on there, and it just has no audio. But he knows. Like, I showed him, he's like, "Oh my god."
That's fucking awesome. Shit like that. That's actually crazy.
But you know, I started doing like my actual channel shit in like 2019, like early 2019. I think April 4th. I think. And I started with a review of the Pet Sematary remake. And you know what I gave it? Do you know what I gave this fucking movie?
What did you give it?
A 9 out of 10.
No way, dude. That's crazy.
It's so bad. And then like I had enough time to reevaluate my opinion, and I wrote a comment that said 8 out of 10. Good God, you are
really absurd.
Yeah.
So you got the opportunity to reevaluate after giving it a 9.
It was like a year later. All right, I still didn't know shit. Oh no, it wasn't even a year. It was like a couple months later. And I was like, wait, it's not that good. And I gave it like an 8. And then now I'm like, it's actually kind of like a 5.
I mean, that's actually a good way to segue into my next question. How has your like taste, I would say, improved and like changed over time since starting YouTube stuff? Because you do a lot of like reviews and like going over stuff, and I personally, I've never like really done that, so I
Yeah.
don't have no experience in that type of shit. So, like starting from the very beginning, back during Pet Cemetery episode 1, during that to now, how do you think that you've changed like opinion and art based?
Yeah. So like back in my earlier videos, like I realized that I wasn't saying anything about the movie. I was just like, this and this is so fucking cool and good. I wasn't actually saying anything, so I kind of just went hard into watching like legitimate reviewers, like I guess I Hate Everything. I watched a lot of, or Your Movie Sucks. I watched a lot of those videos, and I saw how they kind of like broke down the movie. Uh, and that kind of like got me into film completely, and so I just started watching a shit ton of like classic movies, and stuff like that to kind of just widen my taste, because at that point I was only really watching like action movies, and I was only just getting into horror, so I didn't know shit. So it was just more like I had to watch more, and I feel like my taste has gotten a lot better. Like I can articulate my points about movies more. I can like call back to a certain scene that I fucking liked. Uh like stuff like that. I never used to do that in my old videos. Like they were always unscripted, and they still are now, but like I can like at least say something about the movie instead of just being like, oh, it's so good. Like,
Right.
uh,
That's actually crazy. I have I'm guessing because this isn't something I've heard a lot. But are you super critical of your videos before you like release them? Do you
oh
like
yes,
mull over them?
I hate my videos as soon as they drop. Like, oh my god, this sucks ass. Like one of my best videos is the review of the Fate movies, right? And
Right.
I used I'm not gonna lie, I used to bullshit. You know, I used to say I saw or read something and I didn't. Like I saw the movies,
Right.
but I didn't read the visual novel at that point, so I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I still love them. Like I still wouldn't change the score or whatnot, but I would definitely like put a warning because like they cut a lot out. Like
Right.
they definitely cut like a shit ton of content out because they're just movies and they're not like a full on visual novel. Like that shit takes like 14 hours to read, by the way. Uh, that route,
Damn.
and they put it into 3 movies, but it still gets all the major points, and it's really good for like a fan of the series. Uh, so I love them. Yeah, I would definitely change what I say in that as well because I came off as a bit cringe. Because instead of recommending to read like the visual novel, I just said the watch order for the anime, which is
Oh,
bad. That's a bad thing. Uh,
I mean, it is. It could be seen as a bad thing, but in your defense, in your past self defense,
mm,
like shit, like Evangelion, you need a watch list. Like
yeah.
that's
Oh no,
you
you
need
need. I
with
mean,
it.
you need one for Fate too. It's just a lot more simple. Like Fate gets a lot of shit, right? Because it's like people are like, "Oh, it's so much shit." It's actually not that hard. Like I'm not gonna lie. Even if you don't want to read the visual novel, you just want to watch the anime. You start with Fate Zero, then you go to Unlimited Blade Works, then you go to the Heavens Feel movies, and then you go wherever the fuck else you want to go. And if you don't really want to get into the series, but you want something cool and one-off-ish, you can read some of the manga that are like kind of different. Like I don't know, it's not that hard. Like I feel like people over exaggerate how complicated it is. Like
I think
it's not that bad.
uh, hearing it explained, it sounds like people just are confused on the way that the story is told, or like the
Yeah,
way that it's presented.
yeah. Well, like
Um,
it's because it's like it's adapting a visual novel, right? Like the Fate Stay Night visual novel has 3 different routes. The first one is the Fate route, which tackles more about like the servant Saber and her character and shit like that. The second one is Unlimited Blade Works. That tackles more on Reen and Archer's shit and stuff like that. And the final one is Heaven's Feel, which is more expanding like the world of Fate, and also talking about like going into like Sakura's past. Like each one talks about a different character. It's like a different experience. So it's better to just read the visual novel because you get everything. You know, it's a lot more simple to get through, I guess, and you get everything that you can't get in like anime. So, because I love the Unlimited Blade Works anime, but it is shit as an adaptation. Like they butcher the shit out of the characters. uh, not pog.
that's that I hate that shit when that happens when the stuff gets butchered like that. Is it? is it like badly adapted, or is it like
I mean,
a
like, okay,
timing issue, or like an animation
it's not
issue?
like they get like the main points. It's just the main character is the problem. Because like Shiro in the visual novel, like yeah, he's kind of got like an over optimistic ideal or whatever, but he still comes off as like intelligent and smart, and stuff like that, and, like competent. But in the anime, he kind of just comes off as like your typical shonen protagonist. Like he kind of just comes off as like a little bit of an airhead, I guess. Which
Yeah,
shouldn't be how it is. Like, yeah, he's kind of
right,
clueless on magecraft and shit, but he's not stupid. Like,
right. They just lean too heavily into one of
mhm. Yeah,
his personality
and that
traits.
sucks too. It
I
sucks too because like people now shit on Shiro as a character when he's like actually like a great character. Like he's a genuinely great character. And it sucks.
right.
It sucks.
And I ever thought about like remaking the video that you made, or like
Um,
remaking,
yeah, like
or
I'm literally was gonna do a video where I go back and I just complete like I watch some of my old videos and then I re-evaluate my opinion on them and just like say no, I was stupid here. Do not listen to me. Uh, my literal video calling my top 10 movies. At the time of recording that, I put The Godfather in there. I had not seen The Godfather at that point, mind you.
you just chose it.
I literally didn't
That's
know. I
funny.
didn't know what to put, so I just put up some movies that I like that I think people also really like, and they were popular. Even though they may not be personal favorites of mine, because I was like kind of embarrassed. uh, so yeah,
There's
shit
a
like that.
there's a certain like aura about being on the internet.
Yeah,
And especially I get to dodge this a lot because I don't put my face on anything I
yeah,
post on
I do.
Sekinlink or anything. Yeah, yeah, I get to dodge a lot of that, but I used to have a YouTube channel. It's long gone now, but
Mhm.
I used to show my face on it and shit,
Oh
and
my god.
that was like
I used to have a
that was
YouTube
absurd.
channel. Oh no. I used to have a YouTube channel and it was like literally just my name. Um and I was like this was like I was like 13 when I made it. I was young and it was literally just me goofing off in the backyard. Like I literally would just like toss a baseball up to myself and hit it with a bat and be like, bro, look at that, bro. It's so epic. Uh
Yes, I mean, but
I
even
think.
then,
Oh wait, no. I think the
you
worst
got
thing I
a
did,
good start.
I set a book on fire and I recorded it.
Do you remember the book?
Yeah, it was Anthem. Shit book. Absolute
Good, then
shit.
good.
I set fire
Look at
to.
that,
I burned Fahrenheit 451 too.
poetic.
Yeah, I know. Deserved. That shit sucked. Uh,
Well, even all the way back then, you were a little critic.
eh.
That's, I mean, think everything that I've done. I think back on like my old YouTube videos and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and understand where my taste is now and how it got here.
Yeah.
Um, because I think, I mean, at least to myself, that's valuable because it could give me a heads up on
Yeah.
what I will probably enjoy next.
Yeah.
But that there's little things that I find constantly in my like, especially older content that I'm finding myself like doing now, but in a better way.
Mm.
I mean, I was wondering if you've been seeing that in yourself. Oh,
Yeah. Uh. Also with me, like you know how some people delete their older videos, right? Um.
yeah,
I don't really do that. Like I did it to a few because they were cringe or they were like too offensive or whatever. Or I just came off like a
right,
prick. I kind of removed those. And it's only like three
right.
videos, but yeah, no. I like honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate going back and watching my like really old videos. Like they are so shit. He's like I
Oh,
used to record them with my phone, like with the front facing cam, like with the selfie cam. I used to record it with that, and I had an editing app on my phone, and that's how I edited videos and made thumbnails.
that's crazy. That's how
Yeah.
kids are doing it nowadays, though, dude. Everyone
No,
on TikTok. There are
that was back when
thousands
it
of
was
kids on TikTok.
shit. That was back when it was shit.
Oh
uh
no, I remember the old Filmora days.
oh
Fucking
god. Yeah.
that I used to use something called Video
Oh, I
on
think
my phone.
yeah.
That shit was absurdly bad.
No,
I used to like dig out
whenever
emotions.
because I remember whenever I first got editing, I made my friend Tyler edit for me, right? I think it started during anime, like the first anime week thing, and you could tell because we
Hmm.
went fucking wild with the edits. Like we ear raped every other fucking sentence. We did these weird distortion effects, and it was really funny. Like I love those videos, not because they're good. Like I still think the way talk about the anime is really shit. Like I still say, oh, it's really good, but there's some funny clips, like in the Devilman review. There's like a clip of me going like, it was so sad when she died, and I like fake cry, and then I start screaming, we ear rape that shit so bad. Like it's so fucking bad. And then I like pick up like my speaker and I fucking throw it on the ground. It makes this loud ass explosion noise. And then I was like, as soon as
That's
I finished it, I was like, well, anyways.
continuing on. That's have you found yourself seeing any of that in your newer stuff,
uh,
in the stuff that you? Because I don't know anything about like your editing or how you do it,
yeah.
or if someone else edits for you.
So
But
like,
in your stuff now, do you see
mhm.
it?
Well, like after whenever I first got Premiere on my thing, I still carried that over. You can see that with some of like the fucking forgot which ones. Some of like the more recent ones, but still kind of old ones like the Travis Scott review and the three sleep deprived teenagers write a script shit. That was me, and I those are my best video. My best video is the three sleep deprived teenagers try to write a script. That is the funniest shit I have ever
Yeah,
made.
that was I really enjoyed that video. That
That
was one of
video
the
is
ones
so
I watched.
good. It's so fucking dumb. I love it though. Like there's a part in the middle of it or near the end, I guess, where I'm like trying like we're just talking about the whiteout day, and I was like, is that the white supremacist day? And I accidentally click on Photoshop instead of like Google, and it was like, oh, I was like, fuck! No, I accidentally opened Photoshop, and I screamed so loud. I
That's
was
so
crying.
good.
And it's such a good clip. There's so many just funny ass clips because we just sound high as shit in that video. We
I mean, were you? Tell the
no,
truth. Listen, I'm not a cop.
we were all literally just tired as shit. Like we had not slept in a couple like in like hours. Like it was bad. Um, but yeah, no. So like
Um,
after that though, whenever I started like actually reviewing stuff, I kind of found myself editing that shit less. Like I couldn't really see where I could put these like super fucking loud edits, and just because it was like I was actually making points and stuff, so I didn't need to compensate for the shit
right.
said I was saying. So it's like I mean like I can put stuff here and there. It's like, oh, it's funny meme, but or maybe like a song in the background or whatever, or like a transition. But I just don't do it as much anymore, which is a shame because I'm gonna try to do that more now. I just kind of like for the last few months I've only been doing podcasts, uh,
Right.
which
I mean,
sucks.
I mean, it's a good source of getting content out there. I
Yeah.
was thinking about personally. There's this Rust YouTuber called Spoon Kid, and he makes these short every now and again on his third channel. He makes these short like video
Mhm.
put with audio or it's
Yeah.
like some type of music. It's usually copyrighted, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a video mixed with music, and it's shot like beautifully. It's meant to tell the story. It's meant to make
Mhm.
a music video out of the music. And
Yeah.
I wanted to do that and like post it every now and again between actually editing full ones because those take forever.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to do that, but I can't like
Yeah.
personally. I just can't bring myself to be decent enough at framing that stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that you could find something like that where it's something that like you can repeat and
Mhm.
upload and have that content out, send it to the abyss and have it bring you back what you need from
Yeah.
it. That's a security net that I would love to have.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I've seen your videos. Your shit popped off recently. You got like a
Oh yeah,
how
the
much
Five
is
Nights
that?
at Freddy shit.
How much is that at right now? Like
Right now, I think it's probably like 700, 600,
Jesus
700.
Christ. My
Oh, it's
most
at
viewed video is like
829 views.
my most viewed video is like 250 and it's like a 10-second meme.
I mean, my most viewed video before that was 86 views.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's so. I hear a lot. I watch a lot of YouTubers and
Yeah.
say that it's super random when it happens, and if that's like the first like little bit like the teaspoon sip of I guess clout,
Clout.
quote unquote, that sip, it is super fucking random. Like, why would a Gmod Five Nights at Freddy's roleplay trolling go so crazy? That makes no sense.
It kind of like, I guess it might be because like like Vanoss and shit. They used to do that kind of stuff, I feel.
Right.
So I think they still do. So people might be looking for similar type content.
Probably.
But like for mine, video like movie reviewing and shit doesn't really pop off as much. Like there's only a few YouTubers that are like held at like a high regard. So
Right.
it's like you have to build up to it, and I'm just not at that level yet, I guess.
No, exactly. With your channel, or not your channel, with your type of video making and stuff, a lot of community that you build is based off rapport you get from being in the community. So it's a very. I used to do like my very first videos on the Sekinlink channel are some really shitty commentary videos. Like really, really, really bad.
When you first commented on the podcast, I like checked out your channel. I was like, the fuck? I was like, this guy sounds like my friend's brother.
That's awesome. I hope your friend's brother has evolved since then.
He's a rapper now. He's a white rapper. So.
Damn, you hate to see it. You know?
What do you mean? He's better than Eminem, bro.
For real, dude. He's the new Slim Shady.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but like, yeah, I get that. Like with my shit, like the thing that popped off was like making a meme about Tool reaching #1 on the Billboard top 200 albums chart. Because like they beat Taylor Swift, which is nuts.
That is absurd.
And so I just made a meme. It was like the Spider-Man 3 scene where he's like gonna cry. And it took us so long to make that, and it shouldn't have. But we like, you should go watch it. It's like 10 seconds. It's very funny. That got like 200 views. I have a couple other videos that are almost at 200. I have a few that are at 100. Most of mine stay around like the 20-ish range though.
Right.
My newer ones, let me check it actually. Let me check the stats real quick. Since I took such a long hiatus, I was kind of afraid that any remaining audience would just die off.
Right.
Because, the DCEU video got 12 views.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, the Evangelion podcast got 14, but the first video back, the Gooning to the Book of Mormon, got 21 views. The Wolf Animatronocy and the anime episode only got 7 each. Which just sucks, but it is what it is. The anime episode's the best episode of the podcast, by the way. That shit's so good.
Is that the latest one that you posted?
Yeah, the one that says Demon Mid.
Yes, yeah. I think that's the one. That's the one where you guys talk about driving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I watched because actually I whilst watching that one, I came up with another topic because I remember you guys talking about driving.
Yeah.
And your experiences, and you specifically with, hold on. So I wrote a note about it, and I am apparently just illiterate, but someone had a mistake with driving, and I think the kid who was supposed to be here with us.
Yeah.
They had to do their driver's test, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask them how well that went.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And I was gonna ask if you had any like driving horror stories other than that you would like to share.
Okay, so not really. I've literally haven't wrecked. I've almost wrecked a couple times. That's literally the person in front of me's fault. Like, so today, by the way, I was driving by like the college or whatever, and there's like a turn. Everybody was making the turn fine and dandy. It was like a 2-lane turn type spiel. And the one on the inside's supposed to go on like the left lane, right? And the one on like the outside's supposed to go on the right lane. The one on the inside tried to cut in front of the car in front of me, and like while we were turning, and that motherfucker like hit the brakes hard, and I almost fucking rear-ended them. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You are
That would be
so
terrifying.
stupid."
That shit, that kind of shit has happened to me before, and it pisses me off every time.
I was
Just
behind a
slamming on
shit
brakes in
driver.
general.
I was behind a shit driver today. Me and my friend, like, we get DoorDash to delivered to the workplace, right? It's
Right.
kind of heat W, but he kind of fucked up somehow, and he picked carry out or whatever, and so we had to go get it, and so me and this fucking fool go in the car, and we get to the place as we're leaving. It fucking exits out into like a highway, right? And the car in front of me would not fucking go. Like, there was
Like,
ample
you were just sitting
opening.
there?
Yeah, we were just sitting there. There was ample openings many times, and then they finally go and they turn into the road at like 2 miles an hour. And it's like, you can't fucking do that on a highway.
They gotta be brand new. There's no way. That's
Nah.
gotta be like their parents are taking them out driving for the first time and thought that would be a good idea for some
I
reason.
don't know.
Yeah.
No, because it was just one person, and it looked like a fucking middle-aged woman.
Holy shit! How do you be that bad at driving at that
I
age?
don't know.
That's crazy.
Because like whenever they went, I went right after them because there was nobody fucking there, and I almost rear-ended them. I was like, you're so stupid. You're so stupid." So we were just laughing at her while we were passing by.
I love it when I get it. Every time I'm in an altercation on my own in a car, like whenever I'm like, there's someone retarded being stupid around me, I'm like, oh man, this is annoying. I really wish I didn't have to deal with this. But whenever I'm like chilling with a homie in the car, it always just makes it better.
Dude, we used to like flip people off. Back when my friend first got his car, right? We were driving, and it wasn't during the school zone hours, so the speed limit was 30, and this chick was going like 15. And we were getting pissed, so he just like went around her real fast, and we were like flipping her off, and she like pulled out her camera and took a picture of his plates.
Did he get in trouble for it?
No, because like back in that neighborhood, they had like this like mom Facebook group, and they would all like literally just post shit about like kids doing stuff, and it was like honestly kind of illegal. Like they would just take pictures of kids without their permission. I remember one time my friends were like hanging out, and there was like a scooter at like the elementary school park that had been there for like months, right? So they started playing with it, and this kid just comes out, "That's mine, give it back." And they're like, "Go shut the fuck up, go away." And so the kid told his mom or whatever, and she comes up with her like black SUV, and she's like, "What are your names?" She pulls out her phone, and they pull down their like fucking beanies over their face, and so they can't ID them. And they like give rapper names like they said like Travis Scott.
What's little Dirk?
Yeah, that shit's so fucking funny. I hate those.
I've never heard of that. That's definitely not near me. If it is, it's very hidden because that's actual insane.
No, Texas sucks. Oh shit, wait. Speaking of Texas, the governor of Texas is a piece of shit. Like, I hate this motherfucker so much.
I can see that. Would you like to explain to the folks at home?
Yeah. All right. So his name is Greg Abbott, and he's a maidenless loser. No, he's literally
extremely.
He's disabled, right? Like he's in a wheelchair, and he hates disabled people. Like, I remember my earliest memories of Greg Abbott are him literally trying to pass a law into action that would basically allow like companies to discriminate against disabled people and trans people in the workplace. Like kind of say like basically give them a pass to not hire them just because they're like disabled. And it's like, bro, you're literally disabled. That's like friendly fire, bro.
Like actually, that there's no way that dude isn't a puppet for someone. That's like too on the nose.
Yeah, he sucked Trump's dick so much, bro. He was such a fucking like he was such a little bitch. But I kind of like didn't really care about politics after that for a while, and then recently during like, so I don't know if you know this, but in Texas there was like this big ass fucking storm, like this big ass freeze that happened a
Yeah,
couple like
yeah,
a
I
year
heard
or two
about
ago,
that.
and we were fucked because Texas, for some fucking reason, is on their own power grid. Like we aren't a
Yeah,
part of like we aren't connected to the rest of the United States, because normally if like a state has like a big power outage, they just borrow power from states, other states in the grid. But we can't do that because we're so fucking independent. Oh, we're our own nation. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. I fucking hate this state. And what's more troubling is because Greg Abbott didn't like properly um equip our windmills with antifreeze shit, which, by the way, windmills are one of the main power sources for our fucking state.
of
um
course.
and by the way, it's not even that hard to do. There are literally like windmills in like Antarctica. Like, it's not that hard to prep them for this shit. But this motherfucker's like, nah, we don't need to do that. But not only did he not do that, he didn't make them like do maintenance on these fucking things. So they're like already out the door. And this freeze just fucked them. Uh and even still they were powering on, and we're still the only source of fucking power that we had.
That's
And
crazy.
it's crazy because there was rolling blackouts, right? So like even like rich areas were getting hit, but definitely like less than like the poorer areas, uh, and shit. And
Convenient.
this motherfucker literally like lied about the death total. Like, you said it was about 100.
Really?
Yeah, he said it was about 100, but it was actually about 800, 700, I think.
God
Um,
damn.
yeah, and yeah, it's just a terrible way to go, to be honest. Like, freezing to death.
Yeah,
Absolutely
especially
horrible.
in like our civilized world. Like you're
Yeah,
not even out like in a woods, like stuck somewhere.
yeah,
You are just you're in your home freezing to
yeah.
death.
Well, also
That's so sad.
the water was fucked because the filters didn't work and shit. Uh, so you had to boil water, and a lot of people couldn't do that. So I'm pretty sure some people died because of that as well, and also because there was power outages, people who had like COVID and shit also kind of got fucked in the ass, because I think they also had problems at hospitals. Which, by the
Well,
way,
yeah.
COVID was handled so fucking bad here, like actually so fucking bad. Because he was one of the people that downplayed it like a ton and shit. So we
Yeah.
weren't prepared at all. He constantly tried to reopen way too early, so it kept getting worse here. We had a shit ton of deaths. Like, we had like a ton of infections. Uh, he basically like he literally is like, oh, anyway, we can like kind of bring this down a little. No, fuck it. I don't care. We literally, our hospitals were fucking full of shit from the moment it started, and this motherfucker did nothing to alleviate that. Like, instead of like setting up a little temporary hospital type thing in like a gym or something like that, he's like, nah, fuck it. You guys are on your own. I'm not helping you. Uh, which is a bitch move, like actual piece of shit move.
That's like that's unheard of to
Mm.
do to the people you're trying to
Mhm.
get the vote for.
Well, yeah, well,
You're
because like
just
the
fucking
people that are gonna vote for him don't think it's real. Like he doesn't have to do
true.
anything. Like, he doesn't have to do anything, and that's what pisses me off. Because the other person that he's running against right now wants to like make guns harder to get. Like, he wants to take away like AK-47s, which you can't do in Texas because you'll never win.
That's
Because
yeah.
they're
That's like
psychos about guns. Uh,
it's about knowing your audience.
yeah,
It's like I mean, this is a good way to wrap it
yeah.
back around to YouTube. But I mean, fucking YouTubers make these huge decisions all the time. I mean, a lot of them go to court and shit over like copyright
Yeah,
disputes and shit like that, and that makes a huge change on the platform.
yeah,
So, I mean, to some degree, you have to know the audience that you're trying to appeal
yeah,
to, even in something as political as politics. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And that just seems like hearing that a governor of Texas would want to take away guns is
Yeah, it's
that's like
silly.
they haven't lived there. They don't live in Texas. Like
No,
they
they
don't.
do. They just live. I think they live in like a more liberal area, it's not really like as much of a problem. I mean, let's be
Right.
honest, Texas has a fucking gun problem. Like personally, I don't think like I think you should be allowed to have like a pistol or some shit, like, you know, something that you could actually use to protect your home. I don't think you fucking need like a fucking AR-15 or some
You
shit like
don't
that.
need the fucking Tesla coils in your trees and the fucking just their home defense shit. You're not like you didn't just get a
Yeah.
letter from the zombies saying they're gonna attack your house, bro. Don't plant the flowers, yo.
Yeah, like
Like
dude,
you
like
don't need those.
it's shit because people are like, oh, we need this to protect my house. Like motherfucker, like you're going to destroy your house if you fire like a fucking semi-automatic gun inside your home. like, like what the fuck? Like I get like farmers and shit having shotguns, like I get that, but
Yeah,
what the fuck do you need a AR-15 for when you're living in the fucking suburbs?
right. I
Like,
mean,
good God.
the only possible reason for like needing a weapon of that like
Is
caliber would be like the Ukraine shit that's going on right
Yeah,
now.
well, no,
But
it's mainly used for like it's mainly the shits that them weapons have been used for like mass shootings and shit. Like that shit's been a
right,
problem. Like it's a genuine problem. Uh, and it sucks that we can't fix it. Like I understand people here like are like get touchy about guns and stuff. Uh, but I do agree partly with the other guy. Like I do wish we had more restrictions, at least on that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But I understand that's just not gonna happen here. At least for a while. But no, back to Greg Abbott. Like that shit's all really bad. Uh, but it started getting even worse as of now because he's ramping up to like the election is like at the end of the year, right, for governor,
Mhm.
and so he's trying to make all these big, blitzy, showy type of fucking bullshit moves. So the first one he did because you know the conservatives here, not all of them. Like I'm not saying all of them. Some of my friends are conservative and they're chill about it, but like a lot of them do believe in like banning abortions and shit, right? And so this
Right.
motherfucker took that idea, which is already bad, you know, because like I don't think I need to explain this, but when you ban something, it just opens the door to the more unsafe and illegal version of that thing,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
just leads to more death. But this motherfucker's like, I'm not only gonna ban abortions, like I'm gonna say you have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to get an abortion after you get pregnant. Which, by the way, it's impossible to know that you're pregnant in that amount of time. like,
Right. Like that's
so
just not something that you can do.
yeah,
That's that's crazy. I wonder what the attempted abortion rate to death rate of the mother would be.
it's
Like I
probably
wonder if
pretty
that's been
high. Like, well, not when it's legal, but when it's illegal, it's pretty like mothers die a lot more when they have to get it illegally. But you know, so that's not even the most fucked part about this, right? The most fucked part about this fucking like law is that if you find out someone got an abortion illegally or went across state lines to get an abortion, you have to tattle on them to the fucking government and you get $10,000 in reward and that person goes to jail. Which is insane. like
that is crazy.
that is actually insane. He's literally saying, "All right, guys, do this, and you get $10,000." And that's bad for many reasons. I feel like I shouldn't need to explain, but I guess I will. People can just lie about it. First of all, second of all, it completely fucks anyone who's been like raped or forcefully impregnated. They can't get abortions. Like Greg Abbott was asked about this, and that's where he said they have 2 weeks. Um, which is so fucked up. That is
So
so fucked.
he was it like a causation of like so he had this in place. He was like, yeah, no more abortions, and they were like, and then they said,
Yeah.
what about if you get raped? And then he was like, okay, well maybe 2 weeks.
No, no, no.
So that's like
no.
that
The
is
2 weeks thing was already a thing, but he said it like he says it to like because like the people who like him are stupid, right? Like they're not like very smart, so they think like, oh, two
yeah.
weeks that's enough time, but it's not. Like he said it like it was enough time, but it just isn't. And he's like, we'll eliminate rapists, and it's like, okay, how? How are you gonna do that, bro? That's literally not even possible. Like, bro, are you gonna make rape illegal? Newsflash, it already is. Like,
Yeah, you're a bit late on the mark there, but
yeah, but like, so it's screwing people like that actually do need abortions. Like if they want to get an abortion, they should be allowed to have an abortion if they were forcefully impregnated. Like that's so fucked up. Uh, that was the first big thing, but the second big thing that this motherfucker did happened recently. And it's the thing that made me want to talk about all this shit because it actually pisses me off so fucking much. It's such a like a dumb like it's such a demon move. Uh, he's basically trying to make it to where he's basically trying to exterminate trans people. Uh, in the short term, like basically this new law, right, says if you see any trans person out there, you have to immediately report it, and like child protective services will come and take the kid away from their parents. The parents will, I think, get in legal trouble, maybe go to jail, and the kid's gonna be like kind of forced back into their born gender or whatever. That is
that's
basically the original.
crazy.
And he's instructed all teachers, doctors, and caregivers to start reporting that shit. And like he's basically telling you if you're a teacher at school and you see like a trans kid, you gotta report the parents. And if you don't, you could lose your job. If you don't report it and they get found out and they
That's
find
fucked.
out that you knew, you could lose your job. Like
Actually, some Hitler shit.
yeah, and they basically cite this like UK court case that kind of put this kind of thing in the move that was later overturned because it was considered like literally just psychotic and insane.
That's
Yeah,
That's actually absurd. That's crazy. That's something that could get passed
Mhm.
here if you have the right connection.
yeah. You know what's even more wild? There's like this chart or whatever. It's like a genocide chart or whatnot. This motherfucker's on like stage 8 when it comes to trans people, which is
Really?
nuts. Yeah. Stage 8
How many
is.
stages are there?
Oh, let me find the original thing. Hold up. There's like 10.
Damn, that
I
mean,
like.
still,
I don't
stage
think
eight
he'll
is
actually. Like, I don't think he'll actually like go through with something like that. But still, it's just insane. It's actually just insane to me. Uh, I think like I want to say stage 8 was like fucking. I'm gonna find it real quick. Actually, I don't want to come in
Alright.
like looking like a dumbass again. Uh, not again. I think
When was the first time?
there was more than one time.
You just want to. You're working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Fuck, I might just have to look this up. It's literally unfindable. Oh my god.
What is it
Okay.
called?
I'm just hold on. I'm looking it up real quick. Where is it? Oh, found it. Okay. What the fuck was this? So shit quality. Yeah. So like stage 8 is like persecution or whatever, which is literally what he's on. It's like they're being identified and like separated and shit. So yeah, that's where he's at. I mean, next stage is extermination. I honestly don't think he'll get there, but good God, this motherfucker is insane.
That's crazy. He would have to actually be like the next like Hitler in order to get to extermination.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't think it'll ever like get to that point. Like I think he will get shut down before he gets to that point. But
Yeah.
still,
I mean,
that is
yeah.
fucking scary that we are getting that close.
I mean, so far it hasn't been like the bill hasn't been shut down, so it's still gonna go into place. I think, unless he loses the election, which is why I think it's so important that he not win, even though people don't like, the other guy because he wants to take away their guns. I still think he's a better option overall because personally, even if he wants to take away your guns, it's not like he can actually do it because I don't think the other people in the Texas government are gonna let him. So like you're safe there. Like at least he won't do any like fucking damage like Greg Abbott will. Greg Abbott is literally trying to get
He's
rid.
demonizing
He's
a group of
literally
people.
he's literally trying to annihilate the LGBTQ community. Like,
Yeah, like he's trying to kill every part of the gay, like anything
yeah.
there. Like he's trying to get rid of any type of representation,
Mm-hmm.
anything, even to the smallest degree,
Yeah.
to shut it down. I guess to make people. uh, uh, That's absurd to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, these feelings that you're having, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
How do people just do that?
It's just ignorance. Because people like down here, like a lot of Texas is more just farmland than anything. Like there's a couple of big cities and that's about it. I feel like it's literally just ignorance. Like our schools aren't the best if you're not in like the cities and shit. Like our
Right.
education system is shit. Uh it's like actually shit.
Yeah.
Uh and also it's
I mean,
just also because like conservative media tries to demonize these groups of people at all times. Uh it has actually worked, I feel, on quite a bit of the population here in Texas especially. Uh and so this kind of stunt rallies them and gets them more like behind this fucking demon. It's shit like this is the reason why these people are still in positions of power. That's literally it. It's just because of ignorance.
it's the amount of mindedness that can come from either side is baffling.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is one side where people will fucking like this guy, this character who's trying to eliminate the gay and fucking that's how do you get there? Like how does I as fucked up as it is, I would love to read like a biography of this
Mm-hmm.
guy just to not.
Well, I mean, it has to do with the conservative or right leaning party in America, right? It is basically the equivalent to like the far right party in every other developed nation. Uh, and our Democratic or left leaning party is pretty much like the base conservative semi moderate party in most other nations. Like we really don't have like a fully left leaning party here. Like there's like a left wing in the Democratic Party, but a majority of them are like pretty mid to conservative on most of their shit, which is
Right.
fucked. Like that's the big problem here. Uh
It's it's the ignorance in being not even a group of people that you could put into a category, but like the ignorance in, oh, you
mhm.
think differently than me, so
Yeah.
instantly you are wrong.
Yeah.
That level of ignorance is absurd to me because that crosses a line into stupidity.
Yeah, no, it's because like yeah, like I said, they use fear to kind of control them as well. Like with the like the critical race theory thing, like people literally they're literally just lying about what it is on national television. They're like, "Oh, they're telling you white people are demons." Like, no, motherfucker. Like they're just telling you like history and shit.
Right.
Like they're not like whitewashing history and shit like that. That's all it is. And it's not even going to be taught to like children. It's like a college class that they want to like give to like high schoolers. Like it's
Right. Like
literally not
and
that big a
didn't
deal.
they say it didn't even like to ease the a lot of them say, "Oh yes, this will not be a required subject.
Yeah.
This will be a subject, but it won't be required,
Mm-hmm.
and your kids can take it." Like that's why is it a problem then? Like why are you fighting this thing
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
if you're
It's literally just to make them afraid. Like there's literally evidence that they have quite literally sent plants to go to like school board meetings that literally have nothing to do with critical race theory, and they'll just start shouting like, "How dare you make us learn about critical race theory? It's bullshit." And it's just to get a rise out of people and get people aggravated. That is the main goal. And it's the same with like I feel cancel culture as well. I honestly don't even think it's really a thing. Like you get canceled for like a couple of months or maybe a year and then you just come back and do whatever you want. Like it really has no long lasting effect, you know? Unless you're like actually a criminal. In which case you like go to
Yeah.
jail. And it's also they focus.
A great example would
yeah.
be Call Me Carson.
Yeah.
He fucking just disappeared for a year and came back. And
Yeah, that's all you had to do. That's all you have to do. And they also focus on shit like Mr. Potato Head becoming like non-binary or whatever, which like who cares? That is usually a corporation doing some stupid stunt like that to get
like
free
the,
promotion.
Like the Twitter profile picture type thing.
It's to get free promotion and kind of to cover up like something bad that they did. Like recently with M&M's, right? They changed the shoes and they made the green M&M not sexy or whatever. And people literally on Fox News, every fucking segment, every like different show on there had a segment about the M&M thing. And they were just talking about it and how bad it was and how fucking like America's being ruined by the left or some shit. But it's like, no, it was literally just the Mars Corporation covering up that they were literally getting like going to court over having like child slavery and shit. Like, like people forget that it's always a stunt. Like it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Even like in shit where corporations part of it, like the M&M thing was a huge like. That was like the red flag of red flag. Like that was essentially confirmed for most people that these two things were in some type of discussion together, like news and corporation.
Because it was just an ad.
Like, right. It was an ad. It was a stupid ad. Not to mention, it was just a normal fucking ad, and then it became a thing because. I think it got trending on Twitter or something. Yeah. There was no reason for it.
Yeah.
And it was all just they used the whatever fucking clout they got from that just to cover up what they actually were doing, like the terrible things. And now people don't even fucking talk about the
and it's also like to bring it back to this, it's like, oh, they like remove like the fucking really old kind of racist mascot of this thing. Why is that a bad thing? Like, what's bad about that? Can you explain why having like a racist mascot is like poggers, please? Like, I want to know why racism is good. And then like the sexy M&M thing, like who cares, bro? They literally changed the shoes. Like, that's all it was.
There isn't like it's not like. And I live my life very based off of if it isn't directly affecting me and or if I'm not enjoying it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, because past that point, I can't see a reason why I would make a decision.
Yeah.
I mean, it is affecting, like, would affect, like, my friend or something, then that's affecting me. You know what I mean? That's like, it past that to would have to think this could affect like the fucking price of milk in Uganda, and I don't want that to happen. Like that kind of shit. I just don't care because at point it got to be pushing something.
Yeah,
there's no reason for it otherwise.
Yeah, and you know another one that got pissed at was like the potato head thing. When it's like it literally doesn't change the toy. Like like motherfucker, it doesn't matter. Like it's still a good place to hide like weed and shit, you know? Like that little back compartment is still good. Like it doesn't change.
Dude, you can throw a couple arm pieces and then an eye piece on top of there, cover it up perfectly. Come on. It's not even. In fact, I would even say that if it were to be made into where you could choose the genitals that you can put on it, that would probably help hide it better.
Yeah.
You know what? So in fact, I'm all for it. In fact, I I want to make it now.
Mm.
And anatomically correct, Mister no, potato head
Yeah.
item.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. It's just shit. I feel like this country is just getting dumber every year.
It just keeps getting stupider. Everything just keeps getting stupider.
Yeah. You
It's
know,
not fun.
like I always thought like Ohio was a weird state. Because like you see a lot of like Confederate flags and shit go up there, and it's like, bro, like normally the defense down here, if you can even call it that, is like it's my heritage, brother, not hate. And it's like, but like you're in Ohio, you were a part of the Union. What is your like, like what is your heritage, bro?
Exactly. It just makes no sense.
Like,
And
and
I live.
also I don't get it because it's like the Confederacy lost. Like they're losers. Why do you want to parade that? Oh, it's because they were defending like slavery, right? Like that's the only
Yeah.
reason.
It's that shit is so ridiculous to me. The like I live in a state that was both Union and like, Confederate. Was that the other? Yeah, that. But we were right in the middle.
Yeah.
And people, I hear everything. I've heard pretty much every like excuse for having that kind of flag.
Yeah.
Because people come and get confronted about it a shit ton here.
Yeah.
And it's never like a good reason. It's never like always like, gonna leave you with more questions than what you asked originally. Like,
yeah,
it's just a can of worms.
I remember back when they were like taking down statues of like Confederate figures, which I think is good. I don't think we should like be remembering them because they're kind of like terrible people. Like especially because they're in the Confederacy. But we were taking down monuments of like I think Robert E. Lee or something, and like there's this conservative like channel called PragerU or whatever. They used to pump their ads out on YouTube a lot, and they're very shit videos. like they're super racist and shit. But this video was insane. Like they were literally like reasons why Robert E. Lee was good, and they literally said he, I think it was like he supported black people's right to education, but didn't want them to vote. I was like, yo.
I like how that's a positive like that shit.
Oh no, I gotta
this
find
is how
the video.
I feel as well.
Yeah, I need to find the video, because it is so fucking funny. Yeah, PragerU, Robert E. Lee, shit's so goddamn funny. I can't believe that it exists, by the way. Here,
Yeah.
let's watch it real quick. I'll like screen share it, I guess.
All right, bet.
It is quite heat. I love it. All right, can you like see it or whatever?
Hold on, it's loading.
Damn.
You gotta love Discord. You gotta love Discord.
Okay, you know what?
There we go. It's loaded.
Oh, okay. Can you like see what's on the screen or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get
This
this.
is Robert E. Lee.
It goes on so long.
Statues of great historical figures, like Robert E. Lee, are being torn down across America. Here are some facts about Lee that remind us why his statue should remain.
This is very badly
Robert E. Lee
like
was connected to
presented.
Oh, look at this
his
shit.
father, Light Horse Harry Lee.
He was related to George Washington somehow by some like minuscule relationship.
Washington's cavalry commander, and his wife, Martha Washington's great-granddaughter.
Oh my god.
Lee's home at Arlington
Legendary.
House
That's like
was
I'm like
Washington's
0.1% black. Like that. That's the same.
Lee's home at Arlington House was just 10 miles from Washington's Mount Vernon.
Today, it is the site
Dude,
of
that's
Arlington
crazy.
And it's
That's
it's the site of a fucking cemetery.
Of course.
After 30 years
Oh,
of
here's a
military
good one.
service, Lee led U.S. Marines to crush the attempted slave rebellion by radical abolitionist John Brown.
Oh. Oh. Well,
He's good because his Confederate soldiers absolutely ass blasted a slave rebellion.
Oh man, these slaves, they're
and all of them were killed or captured.
Deserve to be fucking. This deserves to happen for sure.
He was tried and hanged for treason.
Oh my god.
Lee deemed slavery a moral and political evil in any country.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Okay.
Considered it a greater evil to the white man than to the black race.
What? What?
Oh my god.
What?
So he said slavery bad, but it's worse for white people than black people.
Since blacks are
what the
fuck better off here than in Africa.
What?
Oh my god.
Where do people nowadays we have Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Where would he write this on the town messenger board? Why would he say this?
I don't know. I think it gets worse.
Lee foresaw no greater calamity for the country than a dissolution of the Union. But when Virginia seceded in a close vote, Lee resigned his commission. Despite offers to command Union forces, Lee opted to organize the defense of his native state.
Who cares?
After 4 years as Confederate commander, Lee became an icon of reconciliation upon his surrender.
Yeah, he's a little loser bitch.
Okay,
here it is.
Freed slaves, but opposed their right to vote.
What? I could learn. I could be learn, but they're not as good as me. I don't want them to be as good as me.
Like how they fucking embold stroke.
Yeah, literally, that's fucking awesome.
He was very beneath Legion. Nice.
His legendary warhorse Traveler rests in a plot nearby.
What a great video.
I bet his horse was cool.
Horse was pretty epic. Yeah, no. See, that's the kind of shit. That kind of shit pops off on YouTube.
That's crazy. Legitimately, I have never seen that before.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge I almost 100% of the time. I don't know how I get away from him. I think it's because I don't use Twitter.
Yeah.
But I have never seen that. That was like a fucking videos were edited in Microsoft Paint and PowerPoint.
Yeah. God, dude, that shit. Oh god, it's so fucking bad. But it's that kind of shit that rallies their supporters. They're they don't want to come out and say they're racist, but they are they are literally just saying the most heinous shit.
Listen, I'm not racist, but I think they should not be able to vote. No, hear me out.
No,
that's crazy to me.
Now hear me out. Slave rebellion, you say? Not anymore. Let's hang them. Let's hang them. Let's do it.
Let's get rid of them. Let's get. You know what? In fact, why let them be here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was better off here than they were.
Yeah.
That's fucking. There's no way that people that think that are genuine, because leaps in logic you would have to make.
Mm-hmm.
First off, all these people are hive mind of evil. That's the first huge one. For some reason, this specific group of people is the devil, Satan.
Oh wait,
that's
have you researched into the Mormon religion before?
No.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about it. So, actually, should I show you the video? Because it is pretty fucking funny.
I'm down.
All right, hold up. Let me find it real quick. It's kind of heat.
The only thing I know about the Mormons was what the Family Guy episode told me.
I think I found the old parts. Oh my god, this is such a good movie. God. You're gonna shit your pants when you see this.
Oh, I'm hoping.
Alright.
Alright.
You here? You with it?
Yep.
Mormonism teaches that trillions of planets scattered throughout the cosmos are ruled by countless gods who once were human like us. They say that long ago on one of these planets, to an unidentified god and one of his goddess wives, a spirit child named Elohim was conceived. This spirit child was later born to human parents who gave him a physical body. Through obedience to Mormon teaching and death and resurrection, he proved himself worthy and was elevated to godhood.
No, it's better.
As his father before him.
What's cooler?
Mormons believe that Elohim is their heavenly father and that he lives with his many goddess wives on
Chad. Absolute
That is actually
Chad.
based. That is actually
near a
based.
mysterious star.
It gets
called
better, it gets better, it gets better.
Here, the god of Mormonism and his wives, through endless celestial sex, produced billions of spirit children.
Holy shit.
Billions.
To decide their destiny, the head
Holy
of the
shit.
Mormon gods called a great heavenly council meeting. Both of Elohim's eldest sons were there.
Are those his kids?
Lucifer
Yeah.
and his brother
I think so.
Jesus.
Jesus!
A plan was presented to build
He's like the
planet
Luke
Earth,
Skywalker
where
of
the
the story.
spirit children would be sent to take on mortal bodies and learn good from evil.
Alright, this is where it gets nuts.
Lucifer stood and made his bid for becoming savior of this new world. Wanting the glory for himself, he planned to force everyone to become gods. Opposing the idea, the Mormon Jesus suggested giving man his freedom of choice, as on other planets.
Why is Jesus Mormon?
The vote
I
that
thought he
followed
was Jewish.
approved the proposal
No,
of
he's
the Mormon
Mormon now.
Jesus, who would become savior
Of
of the
course.
planet Earth.
It's kind of like to disassociate him from the Christian Jesus or whatever, like from the Bible, because he's like a different, he's a different character in this, you know.
Enraged,
Alright, here we go.
Lucifer cunningly convinced 1/3 of the spirits destined for Earth to fight with him in revolt. Thus, Lucifer became the devil and his followers the demons. Sent to this world, they would forever be denied bodies of flesh and bone. Those who remained neutral in the battle were cursed to be born with black skin. This is the Mormon explanation for the Negro race.
What the fuck? No way.
Spirits that fought most valiantly against Lucifer would be born into Mormon families on planet Earth. These would be the lighter-skinned people.
That's fucked.
Yeah, they had to like change it. They revised the Book of Mormon in like the 80s, I think. They were like, okay guys, I'm sorry, we're not racist, I swear.
It was just a reference, guys. Come on.
Or
You guys never seen The
delight,
Terminator?
as the Book of Mormon describes them.
Hold up, it's about to get
Early
epic.
Mormon prophets taught that Elohim and one of his goddess wives came to Earth as Adam and Eve to start the human race. Thousands of years later, Elohim, in human form once again,
Oh my
journeyed
God.
to Earth from the starbase Koloth, this time to have sex with the Virgin Mary in order to provide Jesus.
What the fuck?
So,
This is crazy.
so Space
This is
God
fucking crazy.
just comes up and fucks the Virgin Mary.
Jesus with a physical body.
So, I'm getting that the Mormon lore is just the Christian lore, but if it was shot like a Big Brother episode.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mormon apostle Orson Pratt taught that after Jesus Christ grew to manhood, he took at least 3 wives, Mary, Martha, and Mary Magdalene.
He fucked his mom.
Through these wives, the Mormon Jesus,
W.
for whom Joseph Smith claimed
W.
direct descent,
Oh, Joseph Smith.
supposedly fathered a number of children before he was
shit.
crucified.
The next savior.
According to the Book of Mormon, after his resurrection, Jesus came to the Americas to preach to the Indians, who the Mormons believe are really Israelites.
He's pogging.
Thus, the Jesus of Mormonism established his church
That's
in the
too real.
Americas.
Yeah, no,
as he
so the
had
Mormon was literally just created to have like a Christian type religion, but one that was like kind of based in America. Like that was the whole point of it.
That's
in
fucky.
Palestine.
It is quite hilarious. Oh, this one's good.
It seems like the Mormon religion is like in its entirety like
My God.
a response to a
By the
argument.
year 421 AD, the dark-skinned Indian Israelites, known as Lamanites, had destroyed all of the white Nephites in a number of great battles. The Nephites' records were supposedly written on golden plates and buried by Moroni, the last living Nephite in the hill Cumorah. 1,400 years later, a young treasure seeker named Joseph Smith, who was known for his tall tales, claimed to have uncovered these same gold plates near his home in upstate New York.
Fucking upstate New York.
He is now honored by Mormons as a prophet because
This
he
is
claims to
nasty.
have had visions.
Just
This is
keep it
fucked.
smart. They have a prophet named Joseph Smith.
From upstate New York.
Spirit world in which he was commanded to organize the Mormon church because all Christian creeds were an abomination.
Holy shit.
God damn, that's like the
It was
actual only like Christian religion that throws shots. That's kind of
Yeah.
baller. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
love
lie.
the Mormon religion. Like, they're so fucking funny.
Joseph Smith, who
They're
originated
chats.
most
Yeah.
of these peculiar doctrines, which millions today believe to be true.
Hey,
By
Mormons.
maintaining a rigid code of
There they
financial
are.
and moral requirements and through performing secret temple rituals for themselves.
Wait, I want to go back. What did that don't slip have on it? No coffee? No tea, no cigs, no liquor, and no Coke?
You could have had
requirements and
Coca-Cola.
through performing
sucks.
secret temple rituals for
Couldn't do it.
themselves and
That's
the
the
dead.
cutoff.
The Latter-day
There's no
Saints
way I could
hope
keep
to
going
prove
after
their
that.
worthiness and thus become gods.
I need
The
my
Mormons teach
sodies.
that everyone must stand at the final judgment
Oh, this
before
is funny.
Joseph Smith, the Mormon Jesus, and Elohim.
So basically, these three people. Imagine being like in front of these people and like everyone's like, yeah, this guy's pretty chill. And then Joseph Smith is like, no, he has to go to hell. Imagine getting sent to hell by some dude named Joseph Smith.
I think I would be fucking pissed. I would go full Doomslayer on shit.
Yeah.
Those Mormons who were sealed in the eternal marriage ceremony expect to become polygamous gods in the celestial
Polygamy is so
kingdom,
fucking
rule over
funny.
other planets,
What
and
is
spawn
polygamy?
new families.
It's like when you have multiple partners.
Yo, I
It's
want
kind of
that.
kind of like harems in anime.
Throughout eternity.
The-
The Mormons thank God for Joseph Smith, and claim that he had done more for us
It
than
was
any
literally just this dude, Joseph Smith. He's like, you know what? I kind of want to be revered as like a god. And he actually did it. Like,
and it fucking worked too.
yeah, that shit's so fucking
People-
funny.
That's crazy.
God.
He was like, damn, I bet I could do this religion shit on my own.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, Mormons, incredibly wild shit. Same tier as like Scientology for me. Very funny religions. Overall.
Scientology is a mystery.
That shit
An enigma.
I looked up what they believed, and I can't even remember it. It was so fucking wild. Like, like it's actually nuts. Like,
I know a genuine part of it is something about aliens coming
Yeah.
to Earth.
yeah, aliens coming to Earth. Something about like doomsday. Shit is hilarious. I love laughing at that shit.
It's hard to believe that people out there get convinced into liking it.
Yeah. All right. I think we've covered all the topics. I think we should start wrapping this shit up. Is there anything
Shit.
you wanna? Oh wait, actually, first I do gotta say, if you're listening to this, I might clip a part of this and put it in the beginning. But leave a comment, ask a question. I will answer it in the next episode. I'm that desperate. Literally, ask anything of me, and I shall answer.
Yes,
also,
sir.
Also, I have a Patreon. Go sub to that. you'll maybe sometimes get the podcast episode like a couple days early. Also, I'll say your name at the end. We have one patron. Let me read his name off here.
I'm excited.
I know him. He's a fucking Monogatari fan. Fucking weirdo.
Hey, he would never say that about you. He would never say that about you specifically. He's only saying it about this one guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Let me read his name out. Ethan Morales. You've been subbed for 6 months. Congratulations.
I'm gonna give you a little fucking kiss on your lips. Don't hold me to that.
Would you like to shout anything out before we go?
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Well, yeah.
That's it. That's everything. That's the whole thing. Let's go. There's gonna be a little. I'm currently in a hiatus at the moment because I'm trying to get my PC shit fixed. It's very bad timing, but we're working with it.
Yeah. You had heat and then you just died.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it'll help me, but I doubt it.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. By the way, I don't think anything's gonna compare to my friend. He had a fucking big hit video. It's at almost 10K views, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like My Hero Academia or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Have you read the manga at all?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, it was like the Dobby reveal or whatever. He made something for that, and it got hella views.
Okay. That's what you like to hear.
She go crazy. Yeah.
Goes hard.
One video has more views than my entire channel.
I feel that so hard, dude. I have vidIQ and they send me emails. I just found out I have 2,500 views total on my whole channel throughout every video.
Damn. Kind of want to check how much I have total because I actually might have more than 10,000. Nah, that's actually capped. There's no shot I have anywhere near that much.
Nah, bro. You got a good.
I got 2,500.
I have a lot of 20 view videos, and then the occasional good one.
Yeah,
very occasional.
Wait, go check how much views do you have total.
Hold on. I have to check my email because they fucking email it to me.
I have 2,532. Oh yeah, I have a new banner on my YouTube channel.
Oh fuck yeah! Hold on, I haven't seen it. I will look at it in a second.
Yeah.
Oh my god, YouTube creators just fucking roasted me. They're saying I have no fresh ideas.
Oh my god. Wait, what? New achievement? 3,000 views? Holy shit, I reached 3,000 views.
Holy shit, congratulations.
3,020 views. How epic. I literally peaked in 2019.
Damn.
My biggest day? Wait, my biggest day was... Let me check this. 95 views in a day. That is nuts.
That goes crazy.
I think
that's actually insane.
I literally don't even know what video that was. Let me check. I actually kind of want to know now. It was the Tool video. Yeah, figures.
Hey man, a video's a video.
Yeah. Wait, I had a little peek later on, and it was the Fate video. The Fate video did pretty well. I want to check my most viewed videos real quick.
I have 2,500 views total on my whole channel.
2,500? Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Let me see my most popular videos. The Tool video has 217 views. The Fate video has 163. One of my music review videos has 162. The LMFAO classic review has 129. Another music review has 116. Ninjago meme has almost 100. It's at 98. The Eminem rant is at 70 views. And the first video is at 56. Good God. That actually makes me so ashamed.
You have a very large, spectrum of videos, topics you've covered.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like still the best video is like the longer videos. I feel, um,
Yeah.
just more rambly, I guess. Also, I'm a little bit more lazy, but no, the three sleep deprived teenagers try to write a script in class is still the peak video, and it's only at 35 views. So please watch it. It's so good. I had like a
It's
section when I made some of the most wild thumbnails. Um, my thing would be me recreating an album cover and putting like an anime character in it. And I remember the first one I did was like we reviewed a really shit fucking song, and I recreated the album cover and I put Mount Lady's ass in my mouth. This shit was heat.
That's fucking sick.
The LMFAO one, I recreated the Sorry for Party Rockin' album cover. It was like me looking like a fucking menace, and also Jimi Hendrix as the two dudes. And then there was like some chicks in a bikini, and we put the girl from Kill la Kill on it. And we also put the iFunny logo on the bottom just for extra laughs.
Of course. You always got to throw the iFunny logo in there.
Yeah.
Just in case.
All right. Anyways, I think we should wrap up the podcast. Yeah, that's about it.
Yes,
Subscribe if you don't. I'm gonna eat your soul. Suck my cock.